Hello, Bank FD investors, savings account holders, and debt mutual fund investors. We are living in unprecedented times. While COVID 19 has pushed RBI to cut interest rates drastically to stimulate consumer spending and corporate borrowing, it has also left you all worried that the savings bank account rate and bank FD rates have been going down along with the returns of your debt mutual fund investments. Though debt mutual fund investment returns are still better than savings bank account and bank FD rates, what if I tell you that there's a investment option which could give you a better post-tax returns without compromising in any which way on the underlying safety of the investments? Is there any such option available? Yes, there is, and the answer is arbitrage funds. Hi, I'm Kishan Jakhotia from Reliable Wealth, and this video is part of the learning initiative from our desk. I would regularly keep doing such videos on current events, markets, products, and investment strategies, with an emphasis on learning and investing. To regularly receive more such videos from our desk, please subscribe to this channel and click the bell icon to receive notifications of all such videos that we would upload. Today in this video, we will cover what are arbitrage funds, how do they work, how safe they are, and what kind of returns can these arbitrage funds deliver. What are the advantages of arbitrage funds? We'll look at some post-tax return comparison of arbitrage funds with some other investments. We'll try and understand the risks of arbitrage funds if there are any risks. And finally, at the end of the video, I will share with you an investment planning idea which will help you to avoid paying any tax on the returns earned from arbitrage funds up to a specific amount. So please keep watching the video till the end. What are arbitrage funds? To understand what arbitrage funds are, let's start with having an understanding of the word what arbitrage means. An arbitrage is a simultaneous buying and selling of an asset in different markets to benefit from price differential. Let us understand this with an example. Let's say the price of gold in India is rupees 46,000 per 10 grams, and the price in Dubai at the same time is rupees 44,000 per 10 grams. So what does an arbitrager do? He would buy the gold from Dubai at 44,000 and sell it in India at 46,000. This is a very basic example of what an arbitrage opportunity is. Similarly, an arbitrage fund is a type of a mutual fund which would generate profit from the price differential by buying and selling an underlying stock in different markets. What are different markets here? Different markets here could be NSE or BSE, and it could be cash and futures market. NSE and BSE is quite easy to understand that the fund manager is buying a stock on NSE and selling it on BSE if there's a price difference and making a return out of it, and vice versa. But what are cash and futures market? Let's understand them in detail. A cash market is a market in which we deal on a regular basis. Like when we are buying a particular stock from our broker, we are actually dealing in a cash market. A futures market is a place where buying and selling of a stock will happen sometime in future at an agreed quantity and the price which is decided today. Most of the trades in arbitrage funds usually happen in the cash and futures market. Let's look at this with an example. An arbitrage fund buys shares of company X in cash market at rupees 100 and sells it in the futures market after 3 months, today itself at a price of rupees 101.5. So by doing this trade, the fund makes a return of 1.5% for 3 months, which works out about 6% annualized returns. Now, a futures trade is a financial contract. It is basically executed on stock exchanges where buyers and sellers place their bid and offer prices, and the exchange electronically matches these orders and executes the trade. It is a legal contract, and there is no counterparty risk involved as the exchange acts as a guarantor for settling such transactions. So from the example, we could understand 3 things. First, arbitrage funds do not take any risk. Second, the profit is locked on the day of the trade. And third, arbitrage funds do not depend on company fundamentals or the share price going up to make the returns. They are just trying to play out the opportunity of the price differentials available to make a return. What kind of returns can arbitrage funds generate? It depends on 2 factors. One, the interest rates in the system. So if the interest rates in the system are, let's say, 5% or 6%, arbitrage funds would also generate returns which are similar to that. And the second point is the volatility. Now, arbitrage funds do very well when the markets are extremely volatile. So that is when the arbitrage funds would get a lot of spreads and a lot of arbitrage opportunities. Now, if you see this table, you could see that arbitrage funds have given or generated a return of anywhere between 5 to 6% over the past 3 months to 5 years. So it is fair to assume that the returns from arbitrage funds going forward also would be somewhere in that range. One could expect a return of around 5.5 to 6% in the arbitrage funds in the next 6 months to 1 year. What are the advantages of arbitrage funds? First, taxation. Arbitrage funds are essentially categorized as equity-oriented funds, though they work like debt funds. This is their biggest advantage. Being categorized as equity-oriented funds give them a benefit of lower tax rate, and hence investors only pay 15% short-term capital gains tax and 10% long-term capital gains tax on the returns of arbitrage funds. Second, better post-tax returns. Because their overall tax rates are lower, investors end up making higher post-tax returns, and this we will see in the later part of the video when we are comparing arbitrage funds with different types of other investments. Third advantage is low risk. Because arbitrage funds are essentially routed through the exchange, there is no counterparty risk because exchange acts as a guarantor to such trades. Now let's look at comparing arbitrage fund returns with other investment avenues from a post-tax returns point of view. This table shows the effective post-tax returns of arbitrage funds versus other investment avenues like savings bank, bank FD and debt mutual funds. This sheet is prepared by taking certain assumptions. There are expected returns of each category of investment which is taken from different sources. Second, the investment time horizon is considered to be 6 months. And third, the individual tax slab for preparing this table is considered at 30%. But now when you look at the summary at the bottom, you could see that the effective post-tax returns of a savings bank could be about 2.45% for a 6 months holding period. A bank FD would be about 3.85%, a debt mutual fund could be about 4.2%, whereas an arbitrage fund held for 6 months would be about 4.67% post-tax, and for 1 year would be about 4.95%. So from this table it can be said that arguably arbitrage funds is one of the least understood mutual fund category compared to the benefits that it can accrue from a post-tax returns point of view. What are the risks of arbitrage funds? Technically there are no risks. But sometimes it can so happen that when there are no arbitrage opportunities available in the market, the fund manager could use this money to deploy it into some debt instruments, which if they default or if there's a rating downgrade, there could be an impact on the performance of arbitrage funds and they can go negative. But this is unlikely to happen because such investments into debt papers are done only into the highest quality debt instruments. The second is the risk of low returns. When the arbitrage opportunities are not available and when the market volatility is very low, one could end up seeing lower returns from arbitrage funds. This is an important part of the video. Here I will be talking about the investment planning idea which I was talking to you about in the initial part of the video. Now here I will give you an idea of how you could invest into arbitrage funds and you could make all your returns from your arbitrage funds completely tax-free. So let's look at a table and understand this. Now you would be aware that long-term capital gains of up to rupees 1 lakh accrued from selling equity mutual funds or equity shares are exempted from tax in a given financial year. Now we can actually use this by investing into arbitrage funds, since arbitrage funds are categorized as equity oriented mutual funds. We could invest about 18 lakh of rupees per individual in a family, indicatively earning a return of about 5.5%. This is just an indicative return. And if it is invested for 1 year, that would accrue a return of about 99,000. Now, if one books a profit on this investment, he would be within the limit of that 1 lakh rupees of accrued gain, which is allowed without having to pay any kind of tax. And all his returns from his arbitrage funds would become tax-free. Now, if there are, let's say, 2 individuals in a family, one could do 18 lakhs in each name, and up to rupees 36 lakhs a family could invest and could actually end up not paying any tax on the returns which could be earned from arbitrage funds. So to finally summarize what all we have seen in the video today, arbitrage funds are very safe. Arbitrage funds probably would give the best post-tax returns in the coming times. Arbitrage funds are the least understood investment products in the entire gamut of mutual funds. and one could actually plan arbitrage fund investments in a way that all the returns earned from arbitrage funds could become tax free.